it's been a while since we got paid out, so I'll let you know.
So, sounds like not a lot. We got Aaron Baskin versus GrizHawk here. Bowser Jr. Rob is a very interesting matchup because I think Bowser Jr. really does have the tools to kind of zone break against Rob, and the combos that this dude gets ridiculous as well.
Oh no, I've been on the Bowser Jr. train for a hot minute now.
Same here. Same here.
Especially like during now I know like during quarantine or whatever, online is a different story. But I was watching so many Bowser Jr.'s like nationwide, and there's a couple other people too. But this character's not bad. He's got the tools. Other people are showing why this character's good,
yes.
why people like to play him. So
no, it's great to see that there's so much representation. I always thought this dude was definitely not a low tier. How high up the tier list this guy goes, not quite sure. I could see him being a mid tier. I could see him being a high tier, but we will see.
I like to tell people he's at the bottom of high tier, and then I just like whatever the reaction is, I just don't care. Because like either they'll get mad about it because they're one of those people.
Everyone's gonna have an opinion, right?
I mean, he probably is like at the very among the top of mid tier or whatever, but he's good.
Around that area,
he's got the tools to be able to do a lot of
to.
things.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of things that he can do, Rob also kind of does a little bit better.
Yeah, I mean, token
like
item play is kind of just better. I think the thing that's really notable about this matchup, though, is that side B being able to, push through that Rob zoning pretty well. But you do have the Rob Super Beam that kind of breaks it as well. Gyro is very good, and Rob is just kind of a token good character.
Yeah, no, he's always been excellent since the beginning of the game. It's just it kind of just made him good finally, and we kind of saw what that did to the meta. Some people obviously think this character's a war crime. He's good. I don't think he's that good.
I think he's very similar in concept to like a melee Fox, where this dude just kills people, but he also just like dies as well.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, Rob is big. The age-old
tale.
Yeah.
Like this dude is really. We saw it with Lucky versus Flats the last set here, where this dude just kind of explodes to combo characters sometimes. That's not to say, undermine the weaknesses of, or the strengths of this character. That's kind of his core weakness. Oh. Yeah, he's sticking his hands in the air during that up B.
But he also had to throw out that up air because he was going to run out of fuel at that point, and you just weren't going to recover. So getting that hit, knocking him away from the ledge, was actually very well scouted. But also just good for GrizHawk, just kind of recognizing what they can get away with against this Rob.
Yeah, I think that's good information, especially for the next game that we're definitely, coming towards the end of this one. I mean, Bowser Jr., can make some stuff work. I mean, you kind of spawn characters at like 70 with this character sometimes. Yep. So we'll see if we can make this comeback work, but I really do feel like Aaron's just so good at with his punish game. Yep. Like, he didn't even need to do that. He could have just up aired. I don't know, man.
Well, I don't think the up air would have killed.
Wouldn't it?
It depends on the DI. Like if they DI correctly, they're living 100%. But we all know like Rob up air is it can be a little silly on like how you're supposed to DI it sometimes.
Like the DI mix-up.
Yeah. So like that's just one of those things. If you DI it correctly, 100% you're gonna live. If you just don't DI it correctly, I think even if it's just okay DI, you die there. The back air was definitely the right option. You got the strong hitbox closing that out immediately. You killed him off the left side. There's just no way they could have DI'd it to stay alive in anyway. So
a little mental damage there as well with that air dodge read. And Rob's just so good at capitalizing off those air dodge reads as well, just because he has such good positioning with strong moves, right? You see that up smash is huge, that bear is huge. Just really everything is huge, including himself.
Yeah, the one thing I think is kind of the problem here for GrizHawk is, okay, there we go. I was about to say, we haven't really seen any of the combo.
Yep, there's the jump. There's the jump call out. So, yeah, we saw that upper chain.
Because, like, last game, like, there were some, like, small onesies, twosies, but, like, for the most part, it just felt like it was just getting a bunch of stray hits, maybe some Mecha Koopas going on.
No big juggles coming.
Yeah, but, like, and we were talking about, like, Rob gets destroyed by these combo characters, and we're seeing this get set up here. Look how much of a lead GrizHawk has.
This is far, far and away the most that GrizHawk has done in this set. So it's really quite interesting to see just how different this game is going. And I think, one thing to acknowledge with this is that GrizHawk is on the U of M team with Flats, who is a Rob player as well. So I would say that, well, got a couple items to throw around here. I would say he's pretty familiar with this matchup, but Baskin plays this character so differently from Flats. He plays so much more aggressively.
Well, that's the thing, is like a lot of people like to attribute R.O.B as just having like a couple of play styles,
Yes,
but like
very
there's
much
actually
so.
there's a lot of different ways you can, like he's a great boxer, right? But he's also a good zoner too. Like there's different ways that you can utilize, you know, his mix-ups, his combos, how you want to open things up, how you want to close things out. And obviously, you know, all R.O.Bs have this.
Yeah, that's precisely why this character is so threatening, is because he can weave between it so well. So when players are able to, like, you know, switch between those modes, it can throw people off so hard. And like, you saw how far he got that confirmed.
Oh yeah,
too.
yeah,
like,
it was crazy. But also that's like Bowser Jr. having a larger body as well, being a heavier character, not floaty really. So like you kind of get caught up in that combo anyway. So it's a bit of give and take. It's just kind of the nature of the beast. Like we all know, Donkey Kong has a million confirms that you can do on him, and Bowser Jr. granted not as large, still a larger body.
And that clown cart reducing the knockback on some and damage.
Yeah, that actually, I wonder how much that actually comes into play, like on a R.O.B combo like that.
I think it's relevant. I would say it's almost more relevant if you get hit in the head with the gyro. Right?
Yeah.
As opposed to getting hit with the cart, I feel like that's kind of more normal, you know?
Yeah, but I mean, for setting up the combo and getting that chain, I feel like hitting the cart is almost a little bit more preferred.
Yeah,
especially at these higher
that's
percentages.
what I mean.
The back air.
That bear's so good at dealing with that side B.
Yep, and that's the thing too, is like, because it has armor on it, that just goes to show how strong R.O.B's back air is.
It's so strong.
It's so strong.
It is
like,
so ridiculous.
Because Clown Car, it's like Bowser Jr. I've always kind of called him.
Armor.
Yeah, it's like I've always called him like the poor man Sonic. It's kind of what he is, except you know, he has some other things he can do. But Clown Car in general is just like if Sonic Spin Dash had armor, which depending on how you ask some people, they might think it does.
The big difference is that with that side B, you just enable so many more potent high recovery routes.
Yep.
But against those characters that have those strong lingering aerials, and you see this against like Steve as well, where they'll try to go high, and then you see the R.O.B bear, like, that's coming. It's covering that zone. So you really want to try really hard to stay up there. But then, you know, R.O.B has the up air. So that's a good character right there.
It is a very good character. But yeah, kind of like what we hit on earlier too, R.O.B obviously very good. Bowser Jr. Definitely showcasing why they're a better character lately. But also like
that first stock.
I was about to say that first stock was nuts.
Very
especially
great showing.
On Kalos, like of all stages too, where the blast zones are so humongous, especially at the top. That was very well done. Very good combo.
Yeah.
So I mean, you got a clip. Sometimes you know getting the clip is half the battle. So
I would say GrizHawk won that game in my heart. You know,
in my heart of hearts, GrizHawk is a winner.
The platform just lined up perfectly for that. Great jump read. You know, those R.O.Bs like to go high like that so frequently. So it's good stuff. Good show.
Very good stuff. I wonder who we're going to be getting up next. Do we know it all?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if we had anyone on deck, but it seems like Brian's coming on over here to see if we can get someone something going here. I'm still waiting on my losers game.
Dude, it was crazy.